What if I told you that the world you see around you isn't real? That it's a constructed illusion, a fabricated dream designed to keep you asleep? You've heard this before. It's the Matrix. It's simulation theory. It's a cultural obsession that's been with us since Plato's cave, and it's missing something fundamental. Not entirely wrong. The intuition behind it is genuine. Something is going on. But the metaphor of simulation, of a cold, mechanical computer running a program, is the laziest possible answer to the deepest possible question. It answers what reality looks like, not what it is, and in doing so flattens the universe into code. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why the universe isn't a dead machine processing information, but a living mind knowing itself through you. We will move through three thinkers who saw what the simulation theorists miss. Plotinus, who understood reality as contemplation. Whitehead, who proved experience is fundamental. And Teilhard de Chardin, who saw where all of this is heading. This isn't speculation, this is real. And once you see it, you will never look at your own consciousness the same way again. Before we dive in, if this kind of content resonates with you, come find me at luminaryflow.com. There's a free gift waiting for you. You'll find the link in the top comment below. Now let's get back into it. The simulation argument has a seductive simplicity. Everything we experience, the texture of sunlight, the weight of grief, the smell of rain, reduced into information processing. Ones and zeros, a rendering engine. And on the surface, it feels sophisticated. It borrows the language of technology and dresses itself in scientific credibility. Philosophers publish papers on it. It has become, in certain circles, the default cosmology of the educated and the curious. But here's what nobody seems to notice. Simulation theory isn't a new insight. It's a very old misconception wearing a modern costume. Whenever we build new technology, we use it as a metaphor for reality itself. In the mechanical age, the universe was a clock. In the industrial age, it was an engine. And now, in the information age, it's a computer. The metaphor changes. The mistake stays the same. Imagine for a moment that you're a fish. You spent your entire existence in water. If someone asked you to describe the fundamental nature of reality, you would say, reality is wet. Reality is fluid. Everything that exists must be, at its core, water. We are that fish, and we keep mistaking our latest tool for the nature of existence itself. But there's a deeper problem with simulation theory, and it's the one that should trouble you the most. If the universe is a simulation, then consciousness is an accident, a side effect, a glitch in the code that somehow became aware of itself. You, your thoughts, your longing, your sense that something real is happening inside you are just a byproduct. Software running on meat. This isn't just philosophically unsatisfying. It contradicts the single most undeniable fact you possess. That you're experiencing something. right now, this moment. The fact of your own awareness is the only thing you cannot doubt. And simulation theory has no room for it. So let's go deeper. Let's look at what happens when you stop treating the universe as a machine and start seeing it for what it actually is. Plotinus lived in the 3rd century. He was the last great philosopher of the ancient world, and what he described is in some ways more radical than anything in modern physics. His central insight was this: reality doesn't begin with matter, it begins with contemplation. At the source of all existence, Plotinus placed what he called the One. Not a god in the traditional sense, not a creator who decided to make a universe. The One is so complete, so utterly sufficient unto itself that it doesn't do anything. It doesn't need to. It simply is. The One doesn't create by building, it creates by overflowing. It flows because fullness is its nature. It spills over because there is too much to contain. This is how Plotinus understood existence. Reality doesn't begin with a decision. It begins with an abundance so complete that it can't help but give rise to something else. The first emanation from the One is what Plotinus called Nu, divine mind. Nu is pure intellectual vision. It is what happens when the One turns back toward itself and sees. And what it sees is everything, all forms, all possible structures of reality, not as separate things, but as a single unified vision, a knowing that contains all knowables. This is when the contrast with simulation theory becomes clear. The universe, in his understanding, isn't being computed, it's being contemplated. Every level of reality below Nu, including the physical world you're inhabiting right now, is a dimmer reflection of that original contemplation. Matter is light grown distant. Form is vision grown particular. The chair you're sitting on, the screen you're watching, the thoughts forming in your mind, all of it is contemplation, cascading downward from unity into multiplicity. Consider what this means for your own consciousness. You don't have a mind that occasionally contemplates things. You are contemplation, localized, particularized, filtered through our nervous systems and a biography, but contemplation nonetheless. Your awareness isn't a product of your brain. It's a participation in something that precedes your brain, precedes your body, precedes the formation of stars. You are the universe, knowing itself from a specific point in space and time. This brings us to Alfred North Whitehead. And I need to warn you, what he proposed is so strange and so rigorous that it took physics nearly a century to begin catching up. Whitehead was a mathematician before he was a philosopher. He co-wrote the Principia Mathematica with Bertrand Russell. This is not a mystic. This is not someone working from visions or revelations. This is one of the most precise logical minds of the 20th century. And what he concluded is that the fundamental unit of reality is not matter. It's not energy. It's not information. It's experience. Think about what that means. Experience, the felt quality of being something. It's not exclusive to creatures with nervous systems. It's not an emergent property that appears when complexity crosses some invisible threshold. Experience is what reality is made of. Whitehead called the basic units of reality actual occasions. Each actual occasion is a drop of experience, a moment of feeling, a tiny pulse of self-enjoyment that arises, integrates what came before it, and passes its completed experience forward into the next moment. And here's the thing, this is happening at every level of existence. An electron doesn't think the way you think. It doesn't have memories or plans or regrets, but an electron feels the electromagnetic field around it. It responds. It takes account of its environment. And that taking account, Whitehead argued, is a primitive form of experience, a quantum of sentience at the base of physical reality. Scale this up and you get the universe. Each level of organization, atoms into molecules, molecules into cells, cells into organisms, organisms into minds, produces more complex forms of experience. But experience itself was never added. It was there from the start, in the simplest pulses of existence. What changes is not whether reality experiences, but how rich the experience is. The universe isn't a collection of things, it's a single process, a cascade of experiences, each moment arising from the last, each drop of feeling contributing to the next. The past doesn't disappear into a database. It's taken up, integrated, transformed. The entire history of the cosmos is present in every moment, not as memory, but as inheritance. Your own consciousness, in this view, is the last chapter in a 14 billion year process of the universe learning to feel itself. Every experience you ever had, every joy, every wound, every insight isn't happening to a separate self inside a dead universe. It's the universe experiencing itself through the particular lens of your life. If Plotinus gives us the origin and Whitehead gives us the mechanism, then Teilhard de Chardin gives us the direction. Teilhard was a Jesuit priest and a paleontologist, a combination that made him suspect to both the church and the scientific establishment. He spent his career studying the fossil record, tracing the emergence of complexity across geological time, and what he saw there led him to a conclusion that neither Darwinism nor theology had prepared him for. Evolution has a direction, and that direction is toward greater consciousness. Look at the pattern. The early universe was a field of simple particles. Billions of years later, those particles had organized into stars and galaxies. More billions of years, and some of that star stuff had become planets. On at least one planet, and probably countless others, matter organized into life. Life organized into sensation. Sensation organized into self-awareness. Self-awareness organized into culture, language, art, philosophy. At every stage, the movement is the same, from dispersion towards concentration, from simplicity toward complexity, from unconsciousness toward consciousness. Teilhard called this the law of complexity consciousness. As matter becomes more complexly organized, it becomes more conscious. The two rise together. They're not separate phenomena, There are two phases of a single process. And if this law is real, if the universe really does move toward greater consciousness, then the process isn't finished. Teilhard's most audacious concept was the omega point. He saw all of cosmic history converging toward a culmination, a point of maximum consciousness, maximum complexity, maximum unity. Every experience, every thought, every moment of awareness across all of time, gathered, integrated, completed. This isn't the Christian heaven of clouds and harps. It's not a dissolution into an undifferentiated cosmic soup. It's a convergence in which nothing is lost. Your particular experience, your specific angle on reality is irreplaceable. The universe needs it. Without your consciousness, the whole is incomplete. The entire cosmos is a single process of self-knowing, and your life is one of its irreplaceable perspectives. So what does this actually mean? If Plotinus is right, your consciousness is not a private event inside your skull. It's a participation, a localized expression of the same contemplation that generates all of reality. When you think, you're not generating thoughts from nothing. You're tuning into a field of intelligence that precedes you. If Whitehead is right, your experience matters, not just to you, but to the universe itself. Every moment of awareness is a contribution. The universe is richer because you experienced it. And nothing, not a single feeling, not a single insight is ever lost. It's taken up into the next moment, and the next, and the next. If Teilhard is right, there is a direction in all of this. The growing complexity of your awareness, every integration, every insight, every moment of genuine understanding is a part of a 14 billion year movement toward greater consciousness. Your inner work isn't personal, it's cosmic. And here's the practical consequence. If the universe were a simulation, your consciousness would be an accident, a side effect, something to escape from. The goal would be to wake up out of the illusion and leave it behind. But if the universe is a living mind, then your consciousness is the point. It's not something to transcend, it's something to deepen. Your awareness isn't a prison to escape, it's a capacity to develop. The question stops being, how do I wake up from this? And becomes, how fully can I participate in this? You're not here by accident. You are the universe, present to itself at this specific point in space and time. That is not a small thing. If this resonated with you, come find me at luminaryflow.com. There's a free gift waiting for you there, and you'll also receive my newsletter with thoughts and inspiration behind each video. You'll find the link in the top comment below.